begin? All right. Welcome to our Season 17 official Fireside Power Rankings. Not officially affiliated to Fireside, except maybe. If not, then this might be part of the Anglerfish network, a brand new content platform, or even part of officerreekz originals, or even Netflix originals. Who knows? This is J Ray, aka Kipler, aka wbacon, joined today by got some special guests here. Introduce yourself, starting with Throne.
Hey, I'm Throne in here in the Anglerfish Discord. Like you said, don't know if this is Anglerfish or Fireside related, but regardless, I'm ready to give my shitty opinions.
All right. And Dennis, aka Pipe Pete.
This is Denisovich, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Welcome to the 2025 first annual RGL Sixes Power Rankings.
Woo!
I would hope it's more than annual, but I see what you mean. Oh, and Golden has also joined the channel if you want to say anything.
Yeah, you know me, hot takes only. And have the hottest takes, the worst opinions, the most shit talk. So be prepared.
All right, that's what we want to see. Let me have another shot just to make sure that we're just top off the tank a little bit, as is tradition.
What is it today?
Some really cheap Costco whiskey. Let me see what it's. It's Whistle Pig Piggyback 100% rye whiskey.
That's 5 big booms.
Very thematic for wbacon. Think about it.
Yeah.
All right. So So starting out, so basically kind of the format of this, we will be doing power rankings for both Invite and Advanced this year, or this season for Season 17. I have a lot of really great competition, a lot of good teams this time around. I think it's going to be a really fun season. So kind of what we're planning on doing is kind of alternating back and forth between focusing 1 week on Invite and focusing the next week on Advanced. We'll probably briefly go over the kind of highlights here and there, but mostly focusing on one division at a time. And we'll ideally try to have some guests rotate in. So when we're talking about Advanced, hopefully have some Advanced players in. Talking about Invite, hopefully have 1 or 2 Invite players in. Kind of get their thoughts on how the matches and state of the divisions unfolding week to week. So this week, starting out, we're going to be starting out with mostly talking about Advanced. And most of the Invite teams haven't really played any really intense matches yet. Mostly just been Florida Man, Ethno State getting really destroyed. And a couple other roles here and there. Had a couple good matches, but we can get to that later. So I guess first of all, before we move on, do you guys have any thoughts on, just RGL Season 17 in general? Because from what I've seen so far, this is one of the best Invite seasons we've seen so far. Probably even better than some of the kind of LAN type seasons. And Advanced also, not that many teams, only 10 teams, but most of them looking pretty even across the board. So what kind of thoughts you guys have?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think this particular season of Invite might be one of the best seasons ever, even across all the different nations. There's some very, very powerful players who are coming back to play now. Like a G6 and Froyo both coming in, so I think that's really what everybody's going to be looking at this particular season. So I think we're all very excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Throne, what are you thinking?
Yeah, obviously I agree. This is the first non-Mickey season in a while. So Invite is stacked, which obviously as a result, Advance is pretty stacked. Like, I think, well, little spoiler alert for your power rankings that I'm looking at. Your bottom team was a playoff team last season in Advanced, and they have all the same people, to my knowledge.
Yeah, they were, I
And
think, like
now
second
they're
place,
last,
if
so.
I remember right.
No, that was the Moebian team, but they were in the playoffs. So yeah, every team is really good in both these divs, honestly.
Oh yeah, they're fourth place. That's right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And like, if you look at kind of Invite, the Cell, a team got pretty similar roster last season, pretty much the same. Got second place, and this year, or this season, I don't know if they're going to even make playoffs, considering how much the level of competition has gone up. So, Golden, and kind of on the Advanced side, what do you think about Advanced? You've been scrimming a lot of the Advanced teams, and Dennis, you and both of you have been playing against a bunch of advanced teams and Throne, I guess. So any interesting things you want to highlight there on the advanced side?
Yeah, so I'd actually like to add something. In my personal opinion, I actually use two categories to judge the power of different teams. Most people may look at DPM or even the record, but I think that there's a lot of factors that go into these things, like night-to-night differentials, whether or not somebody's really feeling the game that day, or just whether or not somebody's playing for stats as opposed to just the rounds. And so I think that going into looking at power rankings from these perspectives is kind of inherently flawed. I use two different categories, which I think are much closer to the truth. The first one I use is how close a player is to the divine Chinese gene seed. Whether or not somebody has Mandarin heritage, I think that's definitely one of the largest components of whether or not a player is considered powerful. And then the second component is tummy feel. And I'm not really sure. I played against a lot of these players, but I don't have all that great of a idea of the haplotypes of them because I'm simply not all that familiar with a lot of them to, judge whether or not they're actually, related to, the Chinese gene seed, our Lord and Savior Genghis Khan. So it's absolutely interesting. So there is going to be a lot of there's definitely going to be a lot of hot takes, a lot of controversial takes because we're kind of just shooting pipes out in the dark here, right?
I mean, exactly.
But
Like it's those intangibles people always talk about,
so mainly I'm going to be looking at tummy feel here, but honestly, I can feel it through the screen. I can feel if somebody's Chinese or not, and I'm going to be using that a lot.
Are we ranking players?
I
Well, I mean,
think
you're ranking the teams, and the teams are consisting of players. I think that's a very
I
big
see.
component.
I think that's
Yeah.
something we might want to do later. I think for this week, I just kind of want to focus on giving a quick kind of high level overview of the teams. So,
Gotcha.
like I said, I do want to go a little bit more in depth on advanced, but I do want to do a quick rundown of invite, of course. At least on my list, I have Froyo at number 1. Got Banny, Branslam, Patty, Laz, Habib, Habada. Not a lot to say at the end of the day.
Right.
I think
Hubba is extremely racist. He's one of the best medics in the division. I feel like the racism really helps with that. Habib, once again, probably one of the best demos who has ever touched the game. I wouldn't be surprised if he has Chinese heritage, maybe 2-3%. He should look into that 23andMe sponsored. Laz and Patty, absolute classics. You can't go wrong with them. Patty is a little bit taller than an iPhone now. Pretty impressive. I heard he's been on that bulk. A lot of good things there. Branslam, I don't know. I think that guy, he's great too. He's amazing, obviously. And then finally, Banny. Honestly, I'm feeling the tummy feel. I'm feeling like Banny might be able to actually win it.
It's really highlighted when there's like the classic Banny select. You really see it. Like it's
Absolutely.
You don't need to use your hands. You can just feel it with your eyes.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm not totally feeling Banny's connection to like the divine Mandarin gene seed, but in terms of tummy feel, I feel like Banny's really gonna feel it this season. I feel like the rest of the teams are stepping it up. He's back on with his Pookie Bear, Habib, and Patty. So I feel like he's absolutely going to do great this season. I'm feeling good about Froyo. I feel like they might actually be able to be like a G6 this season.
Fair enough. And
I
Throne.
disagree. I'm feeling
Oh, really?
Froyo's
What are you
not
feeling?
doing too hot already. Losing 2-0 to G6 already? I don't know.
And
No, they had the horse run.
on the
monthly
horse
cup,
run, yeah, I see this.
Froyo had a little bit of a mix-up roster, but 2-0. That's pretty dominated.
That's a
It's
great
something worth
observation.
considering. Yeah, I looked at the scrim results. It looked like, I mean, obviously scrims are scrims. Can't say a whole lot from that, but it looked like Froyo had a little bit of the edge so far. But who knows what's gonna happen?
Right.
Will Banny drive anybody away? Will G6 lock in? Does Kobe have the Mamba mentality still? Many questions to be answered. And Throne, kind of moving on to G6. I saw you had them actually ranked as your number 1. What was kind of your thoughts? Did the horse run kind of factor into that?
I mean, no, but I just feel like you have to put him number 1 until proven otherwise, I mean, they beat him, I don't know how many lands in a row. It might only be 2, but I mean, when they're together, I don't think they've lost in a while. So until I see Froyo beat them, I'm putting G6 number 1.
That's fair enough. I think it's really close to the top, and this is definitely one of the seasons where I really don't know who's going to win, which is something we really don't have very often. So,
those are
something worth keeping an eye on.
So I was actually thinking, in terms of like a G6, so what Golden said about them winning that horse run. So Cap is actually Chinese, right?
I don't know. Does anybody know if
I
Cap
don't
is
think
Chinese?
so. He doesn't look like it. But
Okay, so bot mode is actually Chinese, right?
Yeah, he's Chinese. I don't actually have. I
Is
have no
he?
idea. I just said yes.
But I think bot mode is also very white. Very,
Oh,
very white.
well, okay. Kobe 1920 is actually Chinese, right?
I think so. I think he is. Any
Okay,
disputes
well,
on that one?
you see, there's the difference.
I also don't think he is either.
Okay.
Okay, well, Soapy's Chinese, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are
Okay, we don't
actually
need
they're
to.
all Chinese. Sorry, I just had someone
Right.
call and tell me they're all
Yeah,
Chinese.
our producer.
Gotcha.
That's our producer, CEO, aka Jay, aka other aliases. You
So
know,
that I
one of
think
the
that I
main
think.
faces of Fireside is confirming these people are all Chinese.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you for that. All right. So yeah, I mean, in terms of genetics, I think Leica G6 just has the advantage. So no, that's probably why they were performing so well in those matches earlier. So I think Froyo might actually be on the back foot here. And once again, I'm still feeling tummy feel, but Leica G6 is just so much more Chinese. But hopefully Hubada's racism can counter it out, but we will see.
We will see. In fact, throw in any other thoughts on G6.
I mean, I don't know. I
Hello.
guess the only thing of note that happened was Law is on the Franz J team, so they have Howard. Obviously, he's really good too. So I'm not sure if that difference will ever be exposed until they play a top tier team like Froyo Tech, and we'll see.
Yep, and let me pull it up. Let me see when the first match is scheduled for. It seems like it actually will be about a month until these teams officially meet in the regular season. Of course, you know, pending reschedules, but about 3 weeks out until Froyo and G6 play, and that's definitely going to be a match to keep an eye out on. And then again, pending no reschedules, should play the very last regular season match of the season, Froyo versus G6. So definitely want to keep an eye out on. All right, and then again, like I said, I want to focus a little bit more on advance this week, but quickly running down, we got Gemini, we got Psy, Blank, Yite, Gungan, Artist, and Divine. Any quick
It's a very
thoughts on these
powerful
teams?
team.
What's your kind of 3-sentence haiku on this team?
You know, I definitely believe that Jiminy probably is in third place. They pretty much consist entirely of only, you know, already pre-existing Invite players, some very established players in Invite, and Blank, that strikes me as an Asian person. That strikes me as a Chinese person. In terms of tummy feel, I'm really feeling like Yite. I feel like the rage from last season, his experiences on Freotech will probably fuel him. Yite, for the longest time, I believe he's a player fueled by positivity, fueled by positive vibes, you know, whimsy and joy. But I feel like he's recently had a turn to the dark side, if you would. It's like Robin becoming Nightwing, right? You know, he shaved his head. He doesn't have a fedora anymore.
You like
The
became a
man looks
skinhead?
like he's exactly. The man looks like he's positively desolate, and I feel like Yite will be able to challenge Freotech's spot in #1 just because of Yite's hatred.
I mean,
I
also
feel like
like you
that'll
got to look
definitely be
at
a lot.
Divine. Like you've been mentioning a lot of like Divine kind of religious things. Do you think that will tie into their success?
Somehow, I believe that Divine might actually be jinxing the team.
That's
I think that
interesting.
I feel like that in terms of tummy feel, Divine is not turning me on right now. I'm not feeling good tummy feel for their medic. I feel like their medic's gonna drop 6 times when they play Froyo. That's a fucking prediction right there.
Right, fair enough. Fair enough. And Throne, you know, actually put Gemini pretty low. What makes you feel like Gemini's not the team to look out for?
Well, there's like that middle tier. There's like 4 teams where it could be any of them could be third. And I don't dislike Jiminy at third. The only thing I think that knocks them a little lower is obviously the auth class thing, where I don't think like obviously these players are really good at these off classes that they're playing for the season,
Mhm.
but I mean they're playing against other people who are for the most part playing their mains. So I don't know. I guess I just for that reason maybe knocked them a little lower, but they're still in that I think upper tier. I just maybe wouldn't put them third right now.
It's fair enough. Yeah, and kind of, you know, it's really hard to say. I mean, they haven't really played any teams that would really like kind of test them in matches. They have bye week and 5 overs, Florida Man, Ethno State. Not exactly the toughest challenges, neither of those teams. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, it's really tough to say. At least I kind of just based on the scrim results, it looked like they were pretty consistently getting the better of the other teams, but not by a whole lot. So yeah, I mean, they could be anywhere from like 6 to third. Yeah. So moving on to talking about Franz J presents, got Exile, Yum Yum, Donovan, Zam, Pissy, and Who the fuck is Culture? Let me
It's
check
Lol
that.
Guy.
Oh, Lol Guy. Yep. Let me update that on the spreadsheet right now. I don't know why. Yeah, that written. That's spreading misinformation on the internet. All right. Yeah, I mean, any quick thoughts on these guys? Give it to it.
Yeah, I have some thoughts about Franz J Presents. So, Yum Yum is extremely Chinese, and he has over 3,000 elo in
He
UGC
is.
MGE.
I gotta dispute this
Um,
one. I think he's fairly white as far as my knowledge.
Yeah, he's definitely white.
He's white.
too, but he definitely plays
Okay.
like a Chinese man, though.
he
You're
he
definitely
plays
onto
like a
something
Chinese
here.
person, though.
Yeah, you're
I
definitely
think
onto
he might
something.
be. If he is white, he is Chinese coded. Like he may have like
I
been
think he was
infected with
adopted
COVID.
into a Chinese family.
I would believe that. I would definitely believe that. Like he was raised in Chinatown. You know, he took like the COVID vaccine that turns you into a Mandarin person. I feel like definitely Yum Yum is the most Chinese person on his team. Also Lol Guy. Lol Guy is the best TF2 player who has ever lived. Franz J Presents definitely looking like a powerful team. I have no idea who Pissy is, but that's I'm getting a
Pissy
really
is
nice tummy
Pissy.
feel. I'm getting a really nice tummy
Okay,
feel
also
from that
known
name.
as Sam.
Great name. I still don't know who that is. I feel like Pissy's really gonna drop 400 DPM every single game. That is a powerful player. Look out for Pissy.
One of the aliases of all time. I
Pretty
gotta say
powerful
that.
team.
Right.
All right, all right. Throw in any last thoughts to add on Friends She Presents or going to the cell.
They had a great preseason frag movie. I really enjoyed it.
They have a preseason frag movie.
Yeah,
What's it
pretty
called?
good. You should check it out. I think it's just called Franz J Presents, maybe.
Yeah,
So
Google
do you
that.
know their relation to Franz J? Are they like sponsored? Is Franz J giving them like a CS:GO knife for this or something?
I don't know. Have to ask
Okay.
them. Have to get one of them on here.
We'll look into that.
Yeah, you're right. It's on XL's YouTube channel, so if anybody wants to check that out, please do so. It is 9 minutes of preseason frags.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
you're welcome, Exile.
That's powerful. It's 9 minutes of preseason frags. That's power.
9 minutes and 18 seconds, in fact.
It means they're hitting a lot of shots, and it's a good start.
Yep. All right, so going on to the cell, we got Raven, Thor, High Five, Gregory, Dingo, and, potential recent development. Looks like Hubert the Fish is out. Looks like we have Jay in. What class will you be playing? I don't know. We'll be on Madden. Do that. He can do whatever he wants. But just judging by the roster history, it looks like Hubert the Fish is out, which is kind of confusing because it looked like Hubert the Fish was playing with him the last couple of days. But I don't really know what's going on there. Nonetheless, thoughts?
So I have a hot take regarding the cell. So I believe that the cell is actually far, far more powerful than Franz J Presents, and here's my reasoning. Sor is the most Chinese person I've ever met.
You've actually played
Everybody
with
who's
him
met him
before.
can attest to that.
Is that right?
I have played with Sor, and he is the most Chinese person I have ever met. I actually started picking up Mandarin from just playing on a team with him, and he didn't even speak it. He didn't even speak a word of it, and I'm almost fluent in it now.
You speak Cantonese.
Well, yeah, same thing, whatever. Jae Hyun Pei, he's like Chinese adjacent at minimum. Dingo,
yeah.
really great tummy feel from Dingo. Amazing demo man player. Greg, another up and comer. I played with Greg. He carried me through advanced.
He's kind of came at this point, right? He got second place in Invite last season, right?
That is true. He's already came, but he came all over Invite. He came on me. I think he's going to keep coming. I think if anybody can, it's going to be Greg. High Five, another great scout, and Raven. It's a very solid team. I would say even more solid than Franz J Presents. I feel like where it matters, they just have the better players. And the more Chinese players at that. Especially Sor. I feel like Sor is going to be the main difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, Thurun, do you have any experience with these players? Because I know these guys came up like pretty fast from, especially mainly Sword and Greg. Others are more established, but I don't know if you have any kind of experiences with them. Any anecdotes to share?
I never played. I don't think I ever played against either of them in a season of RGL, but yeah, pretty much what Dennis said is, I don't think we're just gonna get a taste of Greg or so anymore. I think we're gonna get the whole load, and that's why I think I have them at third actually
Yeah,
in that power rankings.
I would agree. I
I
would
think
agree
it's
with
very
that, right?
fair. And kind of like you're saying, talking about earlier, I think 3 to 6 is all like pretty up in the air at this point. Gemini, and I put Gemini, France represents Cell, and Greasy Dot Hogs, all relatively close together. It's especially mainly it's like 3 through 5. Gemini, France J, and Cell
Yeah.
pretty comparable. But I mean, that's what makes this invite season so exciting. I really don't know what teams are gonna make playoffs. I can think of like out of like the past 10 invite seasons, there's like maybe a couple of places where I'm like, I'm not exactly sure, but for the most part, it was pretty easy to predict who's gonna like make playoffs. And there might be like a fourth and fifth that are like pretty interchangeable, but yeah, this one it's really anyone's ball game to make those 3 through 6 spots who makes playoffs. So I think it's gonna be a really exciting invite regular season.
That's a great way to put it.
And then on to 6, Greasy Dot Hogs. Any quick thoughts on these blokes?
I don't know. I don't know about this
Really
team.
washed.
I'm getting bad tummy vibes. My tummy is not feeling good seeing these names.
Yeah. And to
The only
quickly
one
go
I'm
into the
getting good
roster,
tummy
it's
vibes from.
Shamu, Pablo, Paul Dog, Loaf, Sin Karma, and Dank.
Right. So the only 2 players on this team who I'm getting good tummy vibes from is Sin Karma and Dank. They're feeling pretty good in my tummy right now. Sin Karma. If any player, any Demoman player has opened their third eye the same way that Habib has, I think Sin Karma is probably at that same level. I think he doesn't have the same amount of experience, especially within calls and main calling, general positional knowledge. But in terms of the power of his chakras, his ki, his ability to like see the key of the enemy players, I feel like he's honestly on the same level as Habib, and that really helps him with his auto debt and his pipes. Because at a certain level, scouts and soldiers are going to they're going to be able to air strafe and move so well that you're just not going to be able to predict where they're moving. So the only way is to access the power of the Kwisatz Haderach and track their chakras directly. And I feel like that's why Sin Karma is probably going to be the carry on this team. But other than that, I'm not sure if the other players can pick up the slack.
Yeah, I know Golden. You played with Loaf and Dank, and tried out with Pablo a couple times, and played against Paul Dog a decent number as well. Any thoughts on these players? I know you might have some of that insider knowledge.
I mean, they almost got 3rd place at the last RGL LAN. They almost beat Witness Gaming, but Witness Gaming was pretty mid last season, last LAN at least. But I think if they get back into shape, Paul Dog made his "I'm never coming back to TF2" frag video, but he's back 2 seasons later. So I don't really know I don't know how hard he's trying.
Yeah, he's smelling the
But
syrup. He's coming back.
yeah, I don't know if he's got like a wife and kid or something like that. So it seems like he's got a lot on his plate, but he's always been good. I think the whole team's pretty good. I don't know about Loaf, honestly, compared to the rest of the team, but Loaf also did good last season. So
Yeah, I mean,
I definitely don't think they're gonna make playoffs anymore. But 2 seasons ago, I think they would have.
yeah, I think like a couple seasons ago, this team would easily be like comfortably top 3, if not top 2. It's just the season like everybody's back for some reason. Not really sure why. It's not a land season, but yeah, everyone's just gonna Denver land maybe plays into a little bit.
They
Denver
are playing
land
at Denver Land.
related to
To be fair.
Fireside. Could this be bring back the scene? Will this be posted on Fireside? I don't know. You might have said things that might go against the principles of Fireside. That's all right though. This could be
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean.
this could be an Officer Reekz original. This could be
I'm not sure what you mean.
part of the Anglerfish network. This could be anything. Look, I'm sure like plenty of networks will be in the TF2 content creation community will be looking to pick this one up. This pilot right
Sure.
here. So
Right. Right.
just keep an eye out
You
for
know,
it.
Atlas, he brought humanity fire and they punished him for it. So if that's the position I'm put in, you know what? I'll just take it. All right. Let's move on to Global Clan Ice.
Ice. Yeah, we got Scratch, Darty, Alexander's, Grape Juice, Penny, and Dinko. And I think this is where, at least looking at the results so far, from both scrims and matches, there is starting to be a little bit divide between like that 6 through 3 range and this like 7 through 8 range. What do you think? Any quick thoughts on these guys?
Right. Scratch and Darty, they're pretty good scouts. Scratch has a tendency to feed. Putting him on combo scout might be a poor choice, but at the same time, the fact that he might be the penetrative tip of that operation could also really help them because he's just going to run in, take all the spam, maybe eat shit, but I feel like he's definitely going to be able to make a lot of space. Alexandros and Grape Juice, both great soldiers. Grape Juice is a fantastic hockey player. That probably has something to do with his
But does he
rocket
actually play
accuracy.
hockey?
Yeah, probably or something. I don't know.
That guy is
Um,
extremely
Saying
skinny.
this
I would
because he's
be
from Canada?
look.
Anyway,
I'm a big Grape Juice fan, but that dude looks
right.
like I'm a Twig as well. So no hate against like the Twig people, but that guy is very skinny.
Of course.
I'd be very surprised if he played hockey.
Can we actually pull up a photo of him right now? I actually have one. I actually have one
Yeah,
right
I'll
now.
pull it up on my
I'll
OBS.
put it in. I'll send it to you on Discord. It looks like he had a new look at that LAN like about a year ago. I'm hoping, maybe he's trying out a new look recently. I guess we'll see at LAN. But no, he's really rocking it. He's really rocking it.
Let me see what Dennis sent me. I don't really have any comments on this. I don't think this is
There's maybe a little bit of slander going on.
yeah, this might be slanderous. I don't know about this. I don't know if we can say this on the Officer Reekz Originals Network.
Right. Okay.
Throwing, do you have
Well,
any
just
thoughts?
letting you guys.
Throwing any quick thoughts on this? What do you think of this slander?
Well, I'm not going to say anything bad about Grape Juice. He's a great guy.
Big Grape Juice fan. We're all Grape Juice fans here.
I would
That's true,
agree
me
with
as
what you
well.
said about the. I mean, this is like the first team out of that middle-ish tier of like 3 through 6, where they definitely could beat any of those teams, but I would guess that they end up below them at the standings when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and kind of like what we said earlier. I mean, if we looked at previous seasons, like a couple seasons ago, this team would probably be like on in playoffs or like on the bubble
Yeah.
playoffs. It's just this season with all the kind of excitement, kind of positive momentum in the RGL sphere. Just a lot of people coming back, a lot of competition right now. So moving on to Poop Gaming, no longer with Honda Route. Instead, we have Esper, Rakuso, Walrex,
Mm.
Almost MiG 21 out of ammo, and Foxy. Golden, you have a lot of experience with these players. What do you think?
I'm gonna go out on a hot take. This team's getting 0 wins.
That's,
No
I mean,
way.
they
I
technically
don't think this team
they
gets
have a
0
bye
wins.
week win already.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
You don't think you'd actually not even favor them against Florida Man Ethno State? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, we scrimmed the Florida Man team and they were very underwhelming. But I've also seen logs where they're not underwhelming. So maybe if they're not inconsistent, I do see some goats on that roster. Dog Day Boy.
Right. Dog Day Boy was made in a lab.
Yeah, Rero's there. Rero's pretty good, but I'm seeing a little bit inconsistency on their scouts. Having
Right.
played with Maze for about 1 week, came into the tryout, it was awesome, but then after that week, it sort of fell off.
I
So
think
I'm
that might
hoping
be
that doesn't
because he's
happen.
I think Maze might still be warming up a little bit.
Mm.
I've been led to understand that he may have been on a TF2 hiatus. Not sure how
Yeah,
long,
he is
but it does
out
sound
for
like he is coming back into it.
about 4 seasons, about like year and a quarter, year and a half, something like that. But yeah,
There's
I mean,
another factor on that roster, MiG 21. Maybe if he can learn how to keep his ammo more than below 0 or above 0, maybe they can see some good progress with that. But
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of that guy, to be honest. I think he brings the team down a lot.
Right. I actually heard that
I think
this
Walrex
is
is
was
going to
some.
really put a beating to it.
Oh wow. Okay. You think that there's going to be some inward team fighting?
Absolutely.
That'll be beautiful to see. If only we could have a. Is anybody here like a
Spot.
mole in their VC?
no, we have no moles here. Only honest
That's a shame.
people. This is honest Discord.
Okay.
This is very honest.
Well, speaking of moles, I did hear some insider information from a investigator that MiG-21 BIS actually was a butt baby. He actually came out of his mother's butt.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah,
That would
And,
explain a lot, actually.
That could act. I mean, that means he's a fighter. That means that he is a fighter. He's scrappy.
yeah, according to
I feel like
ChatGPT,
that
he is
could
the
be the difference
greatest
maker.
demo man of all time. We asked
I would agree with
ChatGPT, and it said MiG 21. So
Known for
I
his
would
ammo
agree with that.
management.
known for his ammo management, indeed. All right.
Also, if you plug his name into the penis generator, it shoots out a really big penis, which is also worth mentioning.
all right,
But to be fair, like from both teams, from Florida Man and Poop Gaming, I think Poop Gaming wins the M fight a lot of times. And I think when their match happens, that's gonna
I actually disagree. I believe that Florida Man Ethnostate is looking very strong. JPEG is a slept-on player. He's a famous YouTuber. He once got 70 kills in a pub.
That's true.
And once again, like I said, Dog Day Boy was generated in a lab. They actually made him artificially using an ancient Chinese gene seed. He might not have the perfect divine connection to Genghis Khan, but he is absolutely a contender because of that. Taco Cat is also I think a quarter Chinese. Whereas I'm looking at Poop Gaming right now, and I don't see a single Chinese person.
I mean, Rakuso is Asian, I think.
Isn't Mig literally half Chinese?
Yeah, Mig is half Chinese.
It's his name is
Okay, well,
Lin Steve or something.
If Mig is half Chinese, then his divine link to Mandarin has been severed. His divine link has been severed.
He doesn't
so
play
I'm not
like a
feeling
Chinese.
He doesn't play like a Chinese person. That is an absolutely great observation.
Not to stereotype at all here, but if you want the person who plays most like a Chinese person, have y'all ever played with Cadet?
Oh my God, yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. Cadet plays.
So it's not always an upside.
You can always tell.
True.
You can always tell though.
All right.
Well, that's
we kind of talked about we already talked about Florida Man Ethnostate. I think looking at the list Throne sent me, Throne had G6 Froyo, The Cell, Dot Hogs, Friends J, Gemini, GCI, Poop Gaming, and Florida Man Ethnostate. So looks like we all kind of agree on that last three. So any kind of final thoughts on Invite this season, aside from the fact looks like a lot of fun.
Invite's much better if Anglerfish is not playing.
Hey, but imagine Anglerfish being 10th place right now, boosting up all these teams, giving all these teams an extra win, that extra motivation. Imagine that for a second.
Yeah, imagine another 0-18 season with 7 round wins total, and a very happy Discord environment. It's always been a very good time.
I'm
you've
saying
been there a lot, haven't you, Golden?
I got in at the right time during the Disney World season 11, and I got out in time. So
yeah, that season was real Mickey with me on demo. My recent demo performance on our most recent scrim would say that demo is not my class.
Hey, Disney World, it's a place where kids can have fun. That's my take on Invite right now. But right now it's not Disney World. Right now it's the Ukraine war. It's violent. It's vicious. People are dying. This is real. Anyway, on to Advanced. So any kind of overview thoughts of Advanced real quick? Throne, Golden, Tristan, Dennis.
Yeah, about half the teams have a cheater on it, so that's a hard one.
Right, and it only looks like there's 2 Invite Sandbagger teams this season, so that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, so Moose and Fjord Gaming.
Right. Anglerfish is completely legit.
Yeah, we belong in Advanced.
We're the main move-up team.
Yeah.
We were the main move-up team, I believe.
Anglerfish has been brutally beaten down in Invite so far. They've definitely proven they're advanced.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
unbiased.
Yeah, actually, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to start from the bottom of my list.
Right.
Is it the Mopsy team a main move-up team?
Man, shut the fuck
Tristan
up.
denied them playing in main?
Shut up, Slice
shut
Road.
up, man. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Don't bring facts into
Jesus.
this.
Oh my God.
Wait, why'd they spell Slice's name like that? What is that?
Slice
They always
Rouge?
spell it. They always spell it like
That's
that.
fine. We can leave that.
That's good enough. Rouge the Bat, really big boobies. Love that character. Honestly, all the blood just left my head and it went to a different appendage somewhere else on my body.
A different head.
It's really interesting. Really interesting how that just happened with one word. Anyway, my thoughts in advance, though. There's pretty much just 2 Invite Sandbagger teams. I'm thankful enough to be on one of them. And it feels like for the rest of the teams, it's just a battle for 3rd place. I'm not really sure if there's any teams that have performed well enough to get up there, but you never know. Some advanced teams have just absolutely come back. So there's still definitely a lot of toss-ups here. But so far I do believe that it is really just a battle between Anglerfish and Quake.
All right. And Throne, kind of any kind of thoughts on events, because I know your team kind of formed last minute. But you guys had a week and a half or so, kind of play around with it. What do you think so far? of the culinary options in advanced right now?
Well, I just hope that that $2 AC fee just really cooks up something, maybe. But otherwise, yeah, I think I have our team even lower on my rankings than yours. Yeah, we've been
That's
alive
humble.
for,
That's
for
humble.
like a week.
Wow.
But
That's
um,
humble.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good season of advanced, but I don't know. I can't like an invite. It's kind of easier to make like tiers, but in advanced, it's like I think it's like you guys said. It's like Quake and Angler, and then after that, like I really have no idea.
Yeah,
If there's one thing we can rely on, is Anglerfish choking the match. Don't worry about it.
look,
No,
this,
Or half
absolutely.
our
You know,
team not playing for 3 weeks consecutively because we all have to go on big oil trips, one could say.
oh hell yeah. You know,
Yeah,
started from
actually,
the
we have
bottom.
the
We're still at the
disadvantage of
bottom.
not playing this game the whole day, every day. So, that could be a factor.
yeah, you people are like old, except you're not like those old invite players who like have jobs but are still good. You're just like
Yeah, exactly.
old and shit.
I predict that like week 5, Tristan and Golden are both getting captured by the cartel or something.
Probably.
That's fine. Yeah. And yeah,
Alright, so you guys want to talk about Quake now?
yeah. No, let's start from the bottom. Actually, let's start with
Oh wow.
So I guess since Throne's here, let's just start talking about with etc. What do you think about this team so far? You might have had some experiences with them, Throne.
Just a bunch of young up and comers bursting onto the scene. No, not really, but I don't know. It's literally my first time playing a season with every single person on the roster except for JJ in season like 12 or something, and we got last place in advance that season. So
Yeah, but like Marty
maybe
hit this one
maybe
clip
we'll
where he
one
like
up.
two-shot like 3 people in a row by himself. So he's not on this
Is it
team. He's
JJ?
not Marty, Mr. Toad.
Oh yeah. Shout out Marty.
Yeah, but that's not relevant at all. He's not playing this season on any team. But I just wanted to give him a shout out. That was impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I think as the season goes on, we'll obviously get better, but JW is kind of he's the guy leading all like the map reviews and demo reviews. So
Yo,
You
Jesus.
guys need to put the
hopefully-
guy in a leash. The guy
Yeah,
is
man.
unhinged.
That's why I'm glad we have JJ because he's pretty good at doing that. So
That
Sorry,
guy,
we have a
Yeah.
good dynamic so far.
real
at least.
American hero.
Is JW Chinese? I think that his connection to like the divine might have something to do with it. Like he should check his genetics. I believe he may be like anywhere from 10 to 20% Chinese.
Yeah, this that's a good segue into our sponsor 23andMe. If you want to find out any of these facts about your heritage, use the promo code Anglerfish for 23% off. That's
Wow.
that 23%. That's a reference to the organization 23andMe. You'll get 23% off. That's code Anglerfish. And repeat it. Let me spell it: ANGLER fish.
You
Anglerfish.
can find out. You can
How do
find
I
out.
spell
You know, if you have
fish?
chances to win.
That's
invite.
up to you. That's
You can figure. You know what? It's whatever you want it to be, baby.
Throne, I have a question. Have there been any interesting Bible discussions lately on your team, VC?
Everyone has asked that, but actually no. I feel like the only time JW does that is like in pugs for some reason. He loves like asking random
Trying to
like
spread the
interview
gospel.
questions. Yeah, in pug, but he hasn't done it at all in our team VC. So
yeah, I'm just
I don't know.
saying. Look, last time I saw JW, he was dominating. You know, that finals of main, the Milo team, Jesus swept. As the Bible said, Jesus swept 9-0.
Why the fuck are they allowed to play that season, man?
I will say, Greg told me himself, Greg and Soar, but mostly Greg. He said that JW made him. He would not be the player he was without Greg. He said he was teetering around until JW came along. So, maybe me and Mild will get some of that.
JW
Who knows?
Right,
I find that
JW
kinda hard to
he gave
believe.
birth to Soar. JW gave birth to Soar. It was like they took out JW's ribs and they formed the rib into Soar. It was like Eden. It was beautiful. And it was Chinese.
You know, it's a feeder organization. If you want to like get drafted, want to move up to the next level, you got to go through the JW school.
Would you say it's a bit like a Jaguar fiend team? Would you comparing to that, maybe.
Anyway, moving on to Real 6IX. Cyrus, Tiger, Shaman, Sodi, Tony, and Sunny. Any thoughts on these blokes right here?
I don't think this team is last, having played with them.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about your opinion, Slicer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great observation. I also don't care about Slice Rogue's opinion. So, Real 6X, the only person on this team who I actually know is Tiger. The rest of them I've never heard of. Tiger was pretty good, but the rest of them I haven't heard of them. In terms of tummy feel, I'm asking my tummy right now. My tummy is getting almost good vibes from this Tony guy.
Which Tony is?
That's about
I
it.
got to do my own research. Who is
Is
this?
that
think it's
Tony
Mexican
Baloney? Is that
Tony.
Tony Baloney?
No, it's the Mexican Tony. The guy that
okay.
plays 160 ping demo.
No,
Oh, wow.
okay, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, like, isn't Tony Olsen also Mexican? Or,
Yes.
so, like, you didn't narrow that down at all, you dumb fuck.
Okay, so
Great
it's
observation.
the Frosters associated Tony.
All right, that clears it up. It clears it
Is
up.
he Peru
That team
Tech
will
guy?
not be
Oh
good.
yeah.
Fruit Tech,
yeah.
That team definitely won't.
Oh, okay. So I'm feeling some mixed tummy feel from 6X. So, I don't know. Not great. I feel like they may be like either 9th or 10th, but you never know. They could, put it together, get some nice tummy going on. We'll see.
I mean, kind of like we said earlier, like, this is one of those exciting seasons where you never know who's going to be first place, and you also don't know who's going to be last place. It could be ETC, it could be Real 6X, it could be Type Shit, it could even be Sextuple Clown Homicide. Who knows?
It could be Anglerfish.
It could be Anglerfish. Anglerfish could choke 14 games in a row. If I keep casting their games, it might happen.
I hope so. I really hope so.
All right, Throne, any final thoughts on these like kind of last two teams, Real 6X and ETC?
ATC, they're going to skyrocket through the power rankings. I'm not really worried, but Real 6, it's just weird because they are a good team. Like I said, they were in playoffs last season and they had the same roster, I think, except for the medic. So it feels really weird putting them last, but like every team is just good. So
yeah, I mean, like you said, they're like 4th place last season, 9-9, pretty solid. Bring back most of the same players, but yeah, just like the price of a brick went up. It's different now. Yep, moving on to who I put number 8 right now. Let me see who you put on your list. Yeah, you put
I don't even know who I put.
You put Sextuple Clown, but again, like 6 through 8, pretty similar. Yeah, we'll just start with type shit right now. We got some people I've never heard of. We got Kira, Khalil, Stranger, Aiden, not Crazy, the artist formerly known as Crazy. This is a different one. Something far more sinister. We got Windows XP. And, the Greek freak himself, after a long retirement. Not that long. He's back. Sega Mouthwash. MW. That means some like Greek shit. I forgot what, but it means something. So,
Right.
What are you guys thinking about this team right here?
I have some very particular thoughts about this team. So first of all, we have Kira. So Kira has an anime profile picture. As a pocket scout, that means you're going to carry the team. I feel like Kira is probably going to be the carry. I'm not sure if the rest of the players on his team will be able to match that power. Sega MW, he made fun of me in a pug once, like 2 years ago. So I've been preying on his downfall ever since. And also Windows XP, that's another name that stands out to me. The very first TF2 team I played on in like 2019 had a guy named Windows on it. And that team was very bad as well. So unfortunately, I also have some bad tummy feelings about that as well. I feel like this team is probably deserves that 8th place ranking, but if Kira's able to really pull that team together, he might be able to push them up there a little bit.
Look, what I gotta say about type shit and Sega MW, I know you said he talked shit to you in that pug, and he's definitely that kind of player. So I asked him, for another show, and we'll talk about. Oh fuck! I bit my lip. Anyway, moving on. We talk. We have another show coming up. Part of the Anglerfish Network / the officerreekz originals / Netflix originals / Fireside, who's probably going to say, "Fuck no, we can't post this on our YouTube anymore. You guys fucked it up." Anyway. But, I asked him if he wanted to be on my, Judge J Ray show. He said, well, I got cases. I resolve all my cases on mid. So, he's got that mentality. And Golden, you played.
Pretty funny he says that because in our latest match, he didn't resolve much of anything in that match. Actually,
I mean, he resolved it. He resolved that. He resolved that they were inferior. It was
Yeah,
resolved,
he
just
took a
not
lot
in
of
his
fights
favor.
in IT versus a flank scout, or not IT and rollout, and kept losing the 1v1s and rollout as soldier in IT somehow. Which I don't know, pretty sus. But I'll say that first win they got, don't know how they won that first match. Team they beat, nope. Peppa Pig is the best player in the div by far. That's all
I
I'm gonna
agree.
say.
I agree.
And Tansem and JFK, those players are untouchable, I will say. So
I disagree. I disagree.
It sounds to me like Golden needs some more resolution. I don't think Golden got enough resolution.
you look at Tansem's logs, 85 AC, 80 AC, average probably 80 somehow. It's a bit interesting, but the
Yeah.
Great Mage gave him the secret sauce one night in a demo review, probably. And
Okay,
I guess
moving
he was
on.
some
Let's
point.
talk about the sex clown homicide or whatever. And
It's a
that,
sex
for
tuple.
some reason, that activated my
Why did you
Google.
just say sex clown?
So for some reason, that activated my Google Assistant, and the Google Assistant now says, "Let's talk about the sex clown homicide or whatever." And that's for some reason activated my Google Show Me some activated my Google Assistant. Let's see what it says. Let's see what the results bring up. Let's see what the AI says. Here's what I found about the sex clown homicide in Google Assistant. The sex clown homicide refers to the 1990 murder of Marlene Warren in Florida. A person dressed as a clown delivered flowers and balloons to Warren's home, then shot her with a flower-shaped prop gun. The case remained unsolved 30 years before a man named Sheila Keen Warren was arrested and convicted of the crime. Source People Magazine investigates sex, clowns, murder, TV episode 2024.
Wow.
Right. So I personally, I really love clown sex. So I'm really feeling good about this team. I feel like they definitely deserve a higher spot. The only player on this team who I'm really familiar with is Sushi. Sushi's a very good scout, but he's on Pocket Soldier now, so I'm not really sure how that makes me feel.
Yeah,
Once again, clown sex, I really love that. I think I have that website bookmarked, actually.
yeah, and to quickly go down the roster, we got Stitches, the artist formerly known as Mopsy, Mac, Sushi, Playmo, Math, and Forgotten Throne. Again, I know you've been scrimming last week. What do you think of this team?
Oh, we haven't played them at all, but I put them pretty low just because the match results. I think they lost 2, and it wasn't really that close for those.
Good thing to
That's-
note, they're a match only team.
Yeah, they are a match only team. And do it. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Do it. We got too
Just
many
my
people
teammate,
here.
Yeah, fuck you.
Man, fuck you.
JJ. Where would you rank our team?
Yeah. Would you put yourself 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10? JJ, do it.
I have to look at the list of teams.
I put us at 10. So
I
there's
can
10
link the
teams, by the
spreadsheet
way.
real quick. That's probably accurate.
Very humble. Throne is very humble.
You've only
Very
got
humble,
you've
unlike
got upward progress. You can go anywhere from here. You can do anything you want. Not everybody can say that. Anglerfish has all the room to choke. You have all the room to improve. All right, but yeah, and I think we kind of summed it up pretty quickly. 6 Super Clan Homicide, match only team.
Yeah, we're bottom here. Mm-hmm.
We've got good players. That's about all we can say.
They have 3 former invite players.
Yeah,
So
they got
should be-
Playmo. I think Math played invite. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
he played
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Mopsy.
mean,
second or
they
third
have
last season.
invite players, but they have Mac and Mopsy, so
Mopsy's an invite player.
yeah,
Mac
it kind of
is-
brings the stocks
Someone
down. I'm not
argued
gonna
that 0
lie.
wins. Someone argued 0 wins does not make you an invite.
Mopsy's won games before. I've witnessed it myself.
One, right?
Witness
One
All I'm
gaming.
saying is
Oh.
Actually, I don't know this type shit team. We haven't played them yet. So
That's
they
Sega
might be shit
MW.
or they might be
So
goaded.
yeah, it depends on how if Sega MW shows up with that dog in him.
Just based off of names, that team's probably bottom. Just because I don't know anyone on there.
Whoa.
But they beat Peppa.
Yeah, I don't know how good they are.
I don't know
but
what to make of the Peppa
I'm
team.
just like
man.
on rep.
Me neither. Don't worry. They 5-0 us in scrims.
This
and
is a
lose the second
popularity
MW.
rep contest here. Come on now. It's not about who's actually good or not.
All right. Well, I was gonna do some independent research, but my browser's loading really slowly. So anyway, we're moving on to War
2010 is
Pigs.
fine.
And the Great Mage. I know you can speak on this one. You got Peppa Pig, JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and Tansum. Your student. What do you have to say about this?
We're a good team.
Who's
Going
Better?
into it, you'd
What
think
would
they'd
you
be
say
last just from names, but they're
what-
not.
What'd you say their strengths are? Why did they lose to type shit? What did Sega MW? Did you just mug them, or what happened there?
I have absolutely no idea. I guess he must have.
Why didn't you tell him not to do that?
Well,
Is the great mage a bad teacher?
maybe.
It can't be that because Tansom has gone from what, like newcomer to top advanced scout in what 3 seasons, so it definitely couldn't be the great mage's teaching ability.
Dude, there might be 2 or 3 teams with cheaters on him. High key.
That's what I said starting out with advanced. How about
Who
half
is
the teams
Blood?
have cheaters?
Who is Blood on the Tansom team? Who is that?
I don't know. It's just
That's
blood.
just-
He has a
him.
demo man picture, and he plays demo man, so he must be
That's
him.
just weird, you know.
We do have some non-believers in the Discord call.
That's crazy how he's on Real 6. That's weird. Remember that guy named Blood Rain that was also on Real 6? That's weird. I have no idea if that's the same guy, but wouldn't that be crazy? If that was a cheater's all.
Wow, what's that? The sound? That's the sound of I didn't ask. All
Let
right,
the $2 anti-cheat speak. We'll find out.
let
The $2 anti-cheat.
the science will speak for itself.
Those are
JFK,
gonna be the best $2 you ever
like
spent.
everybody's innocent until proven
There
guilty.
might be
I'm
3
gonna-
or 4 cheater teams this season.
Get JW in here. We're gonna pray.
Guilty.
We're gonna pray.
Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, except for Elijah. I knew that guy was cheating. The GGL was
Yeah, no.
necessary.
Yeah,
Anyway.
guy was guilty as fuck.
Enemy of state.
Yeah, like I don't know. Throne, have you played against this team at all?
War Pigs?
Yeah, War Pigs. Yeah.
No, we have never played them. But
Wait, to be fair, like these guys are fucking. They are so annoying because they won't let us reschedule. Somehow they're missing a person every day. We try to reschedule them. You know, they're really cool, really awesome.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
So
forgot about that.
the Moose team might have a cheater. War Pigs might have a cheater. I don't know anyone on the type shit team.
Look,
other than
the
Sega.
thoughts of JJ.
These are serious accusations.
Do not
we're
reflect.
throwing out
Do not
here.
reflect. Our RGL admin Tristan, who's the RGL admin of Advance, who allowed the last several seasons to happen as they did. So if you have concerns about Maine or the administration of Maine, please message him. These do not reflect
No,
our.
do not message me. I will block you. Do
no
not
one's
message me.
streaming. Who are you talking to?
This is being recorded for it's a pilot for content network, whether that's Fireside or the Anglerfish
We're on the-
Network or Officer
we're on
Reekz
Disney
Originals or
It's the
Disney
beginning of the
XD.
GCU.
Disney XD, yeah.
The Ghibli
Welcome to the
cinematic
Anglerfish
universe.
cinematic universe.
I made that joke first.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Gibbler made that joke first.
We've only been making that joke since like
Shut the fuck
season
up, do it.
fucking 4.
Too many cooks, too many cooks. All right, moving on. Fireball family. We got Necro, my favorite player of all time, top 5 player of all time, Deadly Seed. Fireball,
Deadly Seed is Chinese.
the lawyer, Nerfu. He is not Chinese. He is a rugby player. Crazy, aka Aiden, but not the same Aiden we mentioned before. Who's
No,
also
it's
playing demo.
Jaden.
Yeah, same fucking thing. It's the same name. And in Dust we trust. Number 5. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so number 5 I think is a very great place to put this team. They're pretty much mid-advanced. So here's something interesting about Deadly Seed. Not a lot of people know this, but he actually used to go by a different name. He used to be Tony B a few years back. But honestly, he's improved a lot. I feel like Tony B is probably one of the better players on this team. He and Necro, I think this is mainly a scout-focused team. Fireball, it's a very great guy, He's a lawyer, protecting the unprotected, legally speaking. And his bombs are quite fat, but I think he takes too much damage. So Fireball family, I think they definitely deserve to be there in the middle.
I
think
mean,
it's a very good place to
also,
put 'em.
important fact, and Dust used to post memes in our Discord.
Yes, that is true.
He stopped. That's unfortunate.
And
I don't
Dust was the season 4 Pug Scrim medic guy
Yeah,
that
he
got
was-
us
he
our
was-
second place victory.
Yeah, not only is he a invite legend, he's also a Div 2 legend. It might not be recorded on the website, but he was a key part of that second place championship. I don't know. Throne, what do you think? Have you played with any of these players before?
yeah, I mean, like you guys, like their scouts are really good, and yeah, their soldier are so good. They could have been an invite team if it was like any other season probably, but I don't know. At the same time, when we played them, I don't know. I think they were not as serious as they want it to be because we should have won
Yeah,
that
you
game.
guys, yeah, it's like 5-4 against them, right? It's like they barely
Yeah,
like beat one.
Our second night.
What happened there? What happened there?
They're also Deadly Sea was on Soldier, so I think Nerfu was on Scout. So I think they off-classed, so that might be why. But I don't know how serious they're taking it.
Hey, I don't know if it was important or not, but Giblert messaged me about something.
Yeah, Meg, we're just talking about you. ChatGPT said you're one of the best demo men of all time, but we're
Yeah, we
past that.
went
That
over
was
that a few months ago.
that's 40 minutes ago, and we're moving on. The Muy Bien. We got Hammy, Moob, Revesi, Mr. Casa, Alex, and Finman.
Anyway, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you for coming, Meg. I appreciate it. So,
Okay.
what's your reaction to this
Looks like pretty
information?
good.
You got
Looks like a pretty good team here. The only player on this team we'll actually know is Rave AC. In terms of tummy feel, I'm really feeling it from Mr. Caucasoid and Mr. Alex here. As far as the other players go, I don't know. The tummy just ain't grumbling. I feel like Mr. Caucus is probably pretty cool. I assume he comes from the mountains of Caucus.
yeah, he's actually
not
trained with
as-
Habib Nurmagomedov quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
actually.
Wow, he's the love child of Habib and someone else. Okay.
Yeah, Habib and Conor
I didn't know
McGregor.
that.
He's a love child.
Okay, gotcha. Right.
He's
Why
actually
isn't he on
streaming
demo
on.
then?
He's actually streaming on Twitch right now. Go check out his stream, even though we're not live.
Why?
He probably
Why?
won't be streaming by the time you listen to this, but you should check out his stream.
Why isn't he on demo then?
I didn't really hear the last question. I'm gonna drink more.
Okay. On
Yeah.
to the next team. Let's go.
No. I got some thoughts on Muy Bien. I mean, look, if you're looking back, again, kind of we've been saying this a bunch. We're gonna say it again. In Jago, Masters of Spin Jitsu, they got second place last season. A really competitive season last season. You know, did really good. You know, a little bit of a trash talker team. You know, not necessarily unprovoked, but they're that kind of team, and you know, they bring back pretty much the same rosters last time. They were, but if I remember correctly, aren't they playing the horse run right now?
Yes, but it's like they have like their backup medic on demo, and Hammy's playing medic. It's like a goofy one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're still playing at this point. They must be doing well, so they must be good.
Like-
so.
This team will get better because they're actually reviewing and stuff. Just a note, Alex doesn't seem to shoot high ground very much. Because whenever we play them on Sunshine, I just get to jump bell
Oh,
tower.
whoa! Don't listen to what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's talking about, Tristan.
This guy's a crazy
What are you
guy. We
doing
don't even
here,
know who
man?
he is.
I think
Who
that
is
guy
this
shoots
guy?
high ground too much.
This
Actually,
guy-
He always
yeah.
shoots high
Whoa,
ground.
whoa,
I
whoa.
always
This
see him
Alex
shooting high
guy
ground.
just
That
shoots
guy
too
is
many
owning
stickies
it
on
high
high.
He's a
Guys,
mortar, like
so-
pew pew pew.
Like,
the
God,
fucking
tell this guy, like,
he's
tell this guy to
fucking
stop
hitting
shooting
high
high
ground. You know
ground.
what I mean? Like,
Like, I don't know. Who was that crazy crackhead who just said all that weird shit just before? Like, we got to get that guy out of here.
Oh,
Look,
Yeah, no,
I
great
just want to be
team.
clear, any content on the Anglerfish network is completely neutral and not biased at all.
That is
So
true.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I mean, throw in any thoughts? Just want to get your thoughts, just in case.
They're just up next. They grind. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm playing on their team at LAN, so we're gonna win the whole thing. Watch out for
At
that.
the Philly or Denver one?
The Denver one.
All right, check it out.
to win the whole Denver land.
The
We're
Really?
gonna win that shit.
yeah,
That's a
I mean,
bold statement. That's not very humble, like you were earlier.
look, you know, I mean that you know, I mean he proves that he can be humble when he needs to, and he proves that he tells it like it is. He just tells it like it is. You know, look out for Muy Bien to win Denver LAN,
International land.
Yeah.
Mr.
Like,
Worldwide.
It's not even an upset. at this point.
Europeans
It's
are-
kind
what
of
are they gonna do?
expected.
Well,
We're
anyway,
just gonna stamp it
yeah,
on last, all right?
keep an eye out for Hammy. Like I said, people said they're grinding 7 days a week, 8 days a week, even just like the Beatles. Moving on to Ford Gaming. You know, we got Electrohor, aka Frick My Nick, aka Avril Lavigne Fan 95, Market, not Delta Market, just regular Market, just the Market, Bear, also known as Beardactyl. Slicer, you can comment on this. Okay, Slicer's gone. Fuck you. Tojo,
Wait, get him back in here.
Yosh, and Platinum. So I want you guys to discuss. I want you guys to do a roundtable, think tank. What you know? Create a dialogue while I message Slice Rogue.
All right, yeah. Yosh gives me really big Chinese vibes. Can anybody confirm?
Yeah,
I mean, he does work at like a CS job, I think, and he's pretty rich, if I'm
Yeah,
not
so
mistaken.
that's Chinese coded at minimum. Bear, I wouldn't be surprised we're
He's
talking 8%.
also,
I'm getting great tummy feel from Bear.
fun
Great tummy
fact,
feel.
Bear went to the same master's CS program as Cadet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cadet is
So he does have
Chinese.
some Chinese in him.
I hope Cadet got
It's,
diffed.
yeah, some osmosis Chinese Mandarin.
Wow.
Do not pursue Lubu, is all I'm saying. Oh my, wait, okay, look. I'm watching the Chiefs and Bills on the monitor. My reading comprehension a little bit lacking due to some circumstances, like drinking a bunch of Costco whiskey. That's the Whistle Pig Piggyback 100% rye whiskey. But the Bills are up right now. Bills are up. Let's go, Joshua. Fuck Kermit. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, this is like it's a lot of like old players. People have been around a while. Played at the invite level, some even like the playoff invite level. But yeah, I don't know how serious they're. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Do it. The Zen relapse. Like, I'm sorry. I've stifled the dialogue. We need to start the dialogue. Let's restart the dialogue. What are your thoughts? What do you think of these guys?
I think they've all played invite now.
Yeah, I think so. Platinum, Yosh, yep. Tojo, Bear, absolutely. Market, yep. Frick my Nick, aka
Well,
Electroheart, aka Avril Lavigne. Yep.
I really want Slice in here. So we
Yeah,
can talk
look,
about
yeah,
Slice will definitely have some strong opinions about
yeah,
this.
like get him in here.
yeah,
Me and Slice both got cut from this team, so I'd like to I
yeah.
want to see his thoughts.
Ooh, drama. Pew, 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 shots fired.
I told Slice, need you come back, heart emoji, BBY. I just said that so he'd come here so I could yell at him more.
Excellent.
Anyway, we'll revisit this later if he ends up coming. If not, then we'll move on to let's go to number one right now. I put Quake as number one,
Good choice.
and I know Throne put Anglerfish number one, Quake number second, Quake Throne also put Ford as number three. What do you think about Anglerfish or Quake, Mr. Throne? I'm gonna let you have the first thoughts on this.
Well,
Opening arguments.
when I joined the Discord, this is the Anglerfish Discord, and they all put a gun to my head and said put Angler number one, or they would take me out back and shoot me. So
True. That's true.
I put Angler number one. I mean, the Quake team, I think they might grind harder than any team on this list, like maybe including invite teams.
Yes.
Every single time I look at their Discord, someone is streaming a demo of something and they are going over it. And their ringers or subs are absolutely goated. So they could just put in like Aimer or Taz. I think Taz is maybe the main soldier on their team now. But
Oh yeah, I think he's the main guy on the team at the moment. As far
yeah,
as I
like
know.
they got the bench depth. Their starters absolutely grind the shit out of the game. They got a good. They have like Sin who can tell them, when they go over demos and stuff. She has a lot of knowledge. They got a lot of recipe for success going on there. But I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Think you guys are kind of
Yeah, I mean,
the
like
people on
these,
top of the mountain dueling them.
these
in
guys,
advanced.
they spend a lot of time in the hyperbolic time chamber in main. They won main. Most of them, then they came back, got third place. Now they're moving up to advance. They're grinding. Like I said, you got Sin. Sin isn't Sin the one that destroyed us with the Market Gardener? Is that
Yes.
accurate?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
And she's on med. Got some other blokes all around the Quakeverse. And as Stone said, it's just like Alabama. Alabama, Georgia, any of those top tier college programs. You got all the depth, got everybody. Best guy comes down, you got another 5-star coming up. So really can't cheese them. Can't schedule on like 3 a.m. on a Saturday. You're like, oh man, this is the only time we can play. We don't play 3 a.m. on a Saturday because they'll have Aimer. Look at anybody showing up. So. And on top of that, like the starters all grinding, going hard. I think they're number one. I know how much the Anglerfish suck, so I definitely know Quake is the best.
How many times have you guys scrimmed them? Like, how does that usually go?
It's pretty even normally.
It's a battle. It's gonna be a battle. The season's gonna be a battle. Got a lot of work to put in. It's gonna be okay though. We got a new roster. Look at our roster. This is a never been seen for roster. The Great Mage on Combo Scout. Never played combo in his life. Golden on Flank Scout. Never played that. Tristan on Pocket. I don't know about that one. We got Kylorfo. All around good player. Never played with Anglerfish though.
Oh,
We got
that's
a
not
new
true.
demo.
He was actually featured in the season 11 Anglerfish frag vid.
Oh, okay. I take it back.
You dumb cunt.
And then Slice Rogue, we have a 3-0 record with Slice Rogue right now. We got our first invite win in 3 seasons with Slice Rogue. So that's on the up, but
No, that's not true.
We'll
You beat the
see.
Mafia, remember?
yeah, that's our 3-0 or 2-0 in advanced and our one.
Yeah, that wasn't within 3 seasons. Yeah. Fucking idiot.
Okay.
This guy is controlling all the hydrofluoric acid in America.
All of it.
All of it.
Yep.
Every single
Big
molecule.
oil. Big
Yeah, I don't know.
oil.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I have some choice thoughts about Anglerfish.
What are your thoughts on Anglerfish?
Yeah. So I mean, we started from the bottom and we're still at the fucking bottom. Yeah. I mean, I probably should have played for Quake instead. But you know what? Slice Rogue is my Pookie. Great Mage, also my Pookie. Nice ass on him too. I don't know. Kyler's racist. What more do you need to have? I think Slice Rogue might be a little bit.
Wait. I gotta stop you on that. Is Kyler more racist than Hupida?
That now, okay. Look, we're talking advanced here. There's an entire division of disconnection here. I don't think it's worth comparing those. Okay.
Yeah, it's like comparing the 60s basketball to modern day. It's a whole different.
Obviously, for its time, yeah. The racism is absolutely top tier. But
here you go, Dennis. Who's
comparing
the most racist player in the div?
Most racist player in advanced?
Yep.
Let me take a look. Slice Rogue.
Oh
Yeah, if Slice Rogue doesn't come back to dispute this, then I think it's just he's not going to defend his case. It's over.
That's true.
It'll be accepted. It'll be accepted as fact. It'll be accepted as fact. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Look, another person who has some inside experiences in the Anglerverse. He actually had some amazing clips in the season 11 frag vid. Drone, what do you think of Anglerverse? You actually put them at number 1. What's up with that? Aside from the threats.
Well, you guys have played Invite for I don't know how many seasons, so even if they didn't go well in terms of Invite, you get a lot of experience in scrimming those people. Then you go down to Advanced, and it's kind of free low. So, and you guys are all playing I think you guys are off-classing the roles, but you're still in the right class. Is that wrong?
Yeah,
isn't Green usually Flank Scout? Tristan's usually Roamer.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Doing some experimentation.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess that you guys, I don't know. This is I put you guys in the top tier, but between you and Quake, when it's all said and done, I definitely think you guys can win. Would I bet on it? Yeah, I probably would. I'd probably say you guys win.
Right, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose money.
So I put Quake number 1.
Negative Nancy's on my team.
My stupid fucking idiot. These guys don't have the Mamba mentality. They don't have the mentality of a winner. My Chungus players
no, we're gonna win. I'm the only positive.
Mr. Positivity! He's back!
Boy, he's back.
Dude, Golden, you're such a hypocrite, man.
Golden is probably the most Chungus person on our team.
Dude, Golden before the second match was like, oh my god, we're gonna lose. Oh my god, guys.
Yeah, but then I was dropping 80 yak in those pregame scrims, and then they had no chance.
Right, 80 yak, 100
It's like fighting a toddler and roll out the whole game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Golden dude. I think
do you normally do that?
Yeah, I love fighting toddlers especially.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay, so that actually kind of leads me to a segue. How many toddlers do you think you could beat up in real life, Golden? At once? You're in an octagon. They're all coming at you at once.
Maybe Maybe one or two at the max. Yeah.
1 or 2, really? Okay.
Yeah. No more.
You
No more.
you think that like the combined mass is like equivalent?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, because like usually like most like toddlers are like they're like 40 pounds, maybe like 30, 40 pounds. So like
See, 80 pounds combined. That's pretty much
that's a
my
lot of
weight. You know?
mass. That's a lot of mass,
Yeah.
right? I
Mass
guess it does
moves
kind of suck.
mountains.
Right, it does kind of suck if you're like a 4'3" little guy like you, but no, I
It does,
understand.
yeah, 4'3",
Hey,
six,
let's not get slander.
643.
Slander, Golden is not 4'3". He is ginger though.
Oh,
Which is even worse.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that, Golden.
All right.
It's okay.
Well,
I'm sorry, dude. No,
I
I'm
accept your
genuinely,
fault.
I'm like, no, Golden, like, I'm seriously so sorry. I had no idea. Like, I had no idea you were ginger. I'm so sorry, dude.
I know.
and shut the fuck up. Order in the court here.
Okay, so we're done.
Yep, I think
That's
that's
all
about
it
it. Let's just go down the list. Like Tristan, any final thoughts? As a main admin representing RGL in an official capacity right now.
Remember to pay the ringer fees.
Don't do that. Nobody. I know like 5 people that didn't pay the ringer fees all season, and nothing ever happened to them.
Yeah, I don't know a
You
single
ha- you
person
have
who's ever
to
paid a
join
ringer
the
fee.
match servers now.
That doesn't. Shut the fuck up.
This
Spreading
chungus ass
misinformation.
league, dude. This fucking league, man. Jesus.
All right, Golden. What do you think? Final thoughts?
It's going to be an interesting season, you know? Going to see how that $2 anti-cheat per player pays out this season. See if we get any interesting cases, you know?
Hey, look. The thing is, I'm retired. If it needs to come to that, the Giblet Gaming League could rise again. Not by me, by somebody else.
Saying there's a couple scouts in the div that you're standing behind them and they flick 180 meat shot you. They might just be the goats.
Hey, you know,
I was discussing
there's
with
some
Mage,
people
they're
like
grinding. They might be that good. They might be that guy, you know?
You know, again, you know, if this is pushed on Flyerso, which it most fucking likely will not be, because this will, you know, this does not
Why is this
represent
not on Flyerso?
the thoughts of, because we have said some
In what
heinous things
way?
against their
Like what?
their code of conduct about sexualization of TF2 players and
Who have we
racism.
sexualized?
What?
Who have we
You know,
sexualized?
we've talked about the tummy feel, we've talked about cum,
Yeah, the specific examples,
talked
please.
about the
Yeah,
tummy
yeah,
feel
like,
and the
whoa,
cum.
whoa, whoa. You
And
think I'm talking about
accusations
why,
of cheating.
dude? Gilbert, why is it always fucking penis balls butthole with you, man? When I'm talking about tummy feel, I'm not thinking about penis balls butthole.
Well, I'm
But that's the
thinking,
very first thing that comes to your mind. That's
you
the
know,
very first thing that comes to your mind. You need to turn that eye of judgment inwards.
yeah, we got
All right?
we got to start a dialogue. You're right. You're right. All right, going down the
I'm gonna
list.
sit my white ass down and listen.
Do better.
Yeah, you know, just like Marilyn Manson said, I'm gonna listen. And also, that guy turned out to be like really bad himself. So anyway, Patriot Paul, what do you think? AKA the Great Mage. He has a fan club. Great Mage. He also might be supporting an alleged cheater. Again, officially, we don't believe anybody's cheating, innocent and proven guilty, except for Elijah. Fuck Elijah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The false allegations are not my own. I don't know.
So you're saying
looking forward
you said
to-
false allegations. So you're saying they're false.
No, I corrected myself.
Are you saying he's not cheating?
No, I just
All right,
I
it's
corrected
locked
myself.
in. The Great Mage says he's not cheating.
All
Dennis,
I'm looking
see you on
forward to
TFTV,
is when
buddy.
Tristan gets kidnapped halfway.
I'll see you on TFTV, buddy.